I didn't plan on having opinions this year, but it's the end of the year and here we are, so why not share them? I started teaching group fitness classes back in April. It's been a full year of teaching classes and lifting for myself and dancing, pushing my limits and sometimes acting like I'm made of rechargeable batteries, which is definitely not the case. Through all of that, I bought some things to make it a little bit easier on myself. Some things I absolutely loved, some less so. But I thought I'd hop on because I believe that good products should be shared, especially if you're living at the gym or taking classes on a regular basis. Hey, I'm Claire and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm a group fitness instructor that specializes in dance fitness and strength training, and I'm also becoming a personal trainer in early 2026. On this channel, I share some of my dance fitness choreography, honest product reviews, and a bit of the journey of what it's like to be a young and new instructor coming into the industry. If you like any of this content and want to give me a compliment through the screen, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and leave me a comment on anything you guys want me to review. So if you teach group fitness classes, are a personal trainer, or live at the gym but don't necessarily want all the flashy brands, here are my favorites. I have 11 things that I've absolutely loved and 2 that I was disappointed with. Let's get into it. Without a doubt, my top purchase of the year is Fuego dance sneakers. I got these at the top of the year and I did a video on them. It's a whole review within 1 month of getting them. I'm going to do a separate video on them as well, as it's been 8 months since I've had them and they've held up. If nothing else, these have saved my knees, and I've actually recommended these to so many of my students that now half my class wears these. And truly, Fuegos are the most comfortable shoe I own. Not only do I wear these when I'm teaching dance fitness classes, but I often wear them when teaching a HIIT or also going on walks. My only real gripe with them is that they smell so bad after 8 months of use because almost all of them are fabric. So if you have sweaty feet, these might stink a little after some time, but they're so good. Fuegos are definitely a bit of an investment, but if you have any sort of knee issues, especially when it comes to torque or turning, these will save your knees like they have mine. If I have a discount code from Fuego, by the time I'm posting this video, I will drop it so you guys can get a discount on these shoes because they are so worth it to save your knees. Now, the second item is actually a sports bra. This is still wet from this morning because I wore it. I had to pull it out of the laundry for this video. It's disgusting. But this isn't just any sports bra. No. This is a Walmart sports bra, and it is the best one that I own. Specifically, it's the Avia brand. It's AVIA. And as a large-chested girl, these keep it locked in. I wear a size medium. I'm a 34 double D. If you struggle in classes and you're just flopping around everywhere, these will save you. One of the reasons I love it is that it's a high-impact sports bra, but it doesn't have overly thick straps or straps that are too thin and just hurt your shoulders. There are padded cups, but they're not removable, so they don't go flying around in the wash. They're actually sewn in, and there has been zero stretching, zero fraying, zero anywhere on this bra. And this has held up better than any other high-end sports bra I've tried. It was under $15. I've had this one for 2 years. I just bought another one. They are phenomenal. Our next item is actually the pants I'm wearing, and these are the Champ is Here pant by Free People. Now, I originally got these to teach in. I admit, when I have taught in them, I sweat so badly. So if you want to feel like a sauna in your pants, these are for you. However, for any other occasion other than teaching, I am in these pants. I wear them multiple times a week to the point where it's kind of embarrassing and I should honestly just get another pair. They're kind of a windbreaker-y material, but they don't really swoosh when you walk. They're just such a high quality athletic pant that can really be worn for any occasion. The waistband is incredibly thick and it actually stays up. It stays up and it has massive pockets that even when you fill them, your pants will not sag. I repeat, you can put things in your pockets and your pants will not sag. This is what they look like when I'm standing up. I'm only 5'2", and you can see they hit all the way down to my ankles. But look how big these pockets are. The pockets come all the way down to here. You can fit so many things, and the tie does work. This isn't just for aesthetic purposes. It actually cinches you in, but the waistband is also incredibly thick, and it makes you look like you have a little bit of a cake, which even if you don't, is a really nice bonus. As a quick disclaimer, one of my friends also got these pants. She has a different body shape than me, and she said that these do not flatter her at all. She has a bit more of a boxy body shape, while I'm a bit curvier. So if you are a bit boxy, it might not work the same on you, but these pants are so good. I get so many compliments on them. Whenever I go to film short form content and I'm wearing these pants, there is a comment every single time on someone asking me where I got these. So the Free People Champ is Here pant, and they come in so many different colors. If you're an instructor, this next one is a no-brainer, but dongles and having extra dongles. This is my second set in the last 8 months because I just lost one earlier this week. When ordering these, I found out that you can actually buy a pack of 2,000 in one go. Now, I don't need to drop $3K on a bunch of dongles, but part of me really wants to because that's how many you may go through. These puppies are so easy to lose, but they're so handy. So just having extra on hand all the time, incredibly necessary. I don't mess around when it comes to hydrating for class, and when I have something in my water bottle, chances are it's never just normal water. It's usually water with some sort of hydration powder in it. When I'm teaching a Zumba or dance cardio class, sometimes I can burn upwards to 500 calories in a single hour. And so it's really important that I'm replenishing my blood sugar as I'm teaching. And I wouldn't be able to teach back-to-back cardio classes without it. So the top two that I recommend is simply a Gatorade powder. And these Noon tablets also do the job. I have used Liquid IV. To me, Liquid IV and Gatorade work exactly the same. Gatorade's cheaper, just use the Gatorade. And while I do like these Noon tablets and they have been popping up everywhere, one tablet is not enough for the full bottle of water that I use. When I'm teaching, I like to drink out of a 40-ounce water bottle, and so I'll typically go through 3 of these tablets in one class, so I run through these really quickly. This is just a way more cost-effective alternative. Sticking with the food theme here, I'm gluten-free but not by choice. Last year, I was officially diagnosed with a gluten sensitivity, and that can mean a lot of different things for a lot of different people, but for me, it means that I basically have every symptom of celiac without actually having celiac. So I've had to relearn how to cook a lot of things, eat different snacks, and just dive into a whole new way of how to bring nutrients into my body because gluten and wheat are literally added to everything. Now, one of my favorite snacks was those oatmeal bars by Quaker growing up, the ones with like cinnamon and brown sugar. Those were so good, and I've missed them all the time. However, Bob's Oat Bites come pretty darn close. These are certified gluten-free, 150 calories, and a really great snack a couple hours before doing cardio. You can get them at pretty much any grocery store, but I will say that TJ Maxx and Home Goods actually have them a little bit cheaper. So yes, I am that crazy that does buy snacks from TJ Maxx. So far, I've tried the lemon poppy seed, the coconut one. This is the gingerbread, and then I also have the peppermint brownie. Of the seasonal ones, peppermint brownie is my favorite. This might be the closest thing to a Thin Mint I might ever be able to eat again. Now, jumping back to clothing for a sec, I have struggled to find a tank top that I actually like the fit of and that flatters my body, and ideally can also hold up my chest. Now, what I wasn't expecting is to find it at Free People. This was the first one I got. It started in June. I now have 2 more for a total of 3. These are in my weekly rotation, and they allow me to do lift days or gentle hikes without a sports bra, which if you know, that is groundbreaking for some large-chested ladies. I got my first one just casually wanting to test it out before investing in more, and I absolutely fell in love. The compression on these is incredible. It's almost like wearing a butt-supporting legging, but for your chest. These have the most incredible compression and also hide your cleavage, which if you want that on certain days can be really, really nice. The fabric is ribbed throughout for that compression and is a little less so around the shoulders so it doesn't give you as much pressure. The seams are incredibly well sewn, very thick, and I've had 0 quality issues with loose threads, pilling, or anything like that. These also come in so many different colors. You could create a whole entire wardrobe just from these tops and these pants. And to be totally honest with you, that sounds like a really appealing option to me. For days you need extra support too, you can definitely wear a sports bra underneath these and it's not going to be super lumpy or overly noticeable, which I also really appreciate because some tank tops that are just so skin tight, you can see every lump and bump, but the rib material just kind of flows around it and covers it up. Now the next item I showed a little bit earlier in the video, and that is this water bottle by Ello. It is a 40-ounce water bottle, and as you can see, you can carry it from the top and it's not going anywhere. I've tried Stanley's, I've tried Hydro Flask, I've tried some other off brands. This is by far my favorite and the one I always reach for. Just like a Stanley, it has a metal base and a nice large handle, but the difference is in the top. The lid of this water bottle actually screws in and it's so unbelievably secure that sometimes I struggle to get it off just to clean it. And I appreciate that. When I'm teaching, I'm picking up my water bottle, sipping on the go, and oftentimes putting it down, not necessarily in the most graceful manner. So having something where the lid doesn't come off, water doesn't spill everywhere is so crucial. The straw also comes out and you can just sip from the cup as well, but I've actually never used it that way and just keep the straw in at all times. Whenever I travel, I usually don't use a 40-ounce because you can't really seal it off, but this one's different because you can take the straw out, slide the lid down, and there's a little stopper in the slider here that keeps it nice and tight. I've never seen another water bottle do that. You can get these at Sam's Club or on Amazon in a set of 2 as well. So my husband and I actually have matching ones. Mine's obviously pink, his is green, and the 90s kid in me can't help but think of Cosmo and Wanda. The next 2 things on this list are actually cosmetics, which when you think of the gym, you wouldn't necessarily think of. Regardless if I'm teaching or working out by myself, if I look better, I have a better workout or just teach better because I know I look presentable. Especially if I'm going to be staring at myself in the mirror for the next hour and a half, I want to look cute. I've tried a lot of different mascaras over time and I definitely have my favorites. But one of my biggest gripes is that my favorite ones never really last the full day and there's always a bit of fallout. Although I'm in fitness now, I actually started my career in the music industry working music festivals and those were really long days. And the only mascara that I found worked was a beach proof mascara that while it was fantastic, it did actually make my eyelashes fall out. The one I'm about to show you and the one I'm wearing right now rivals every single mascara I've tried and outlasts all of them. This is the Infinity Mascara by Air. Now, Air Cosmetics is founded and created by professional dancer Paige D'Angelo, who started creating mascara out of a need for having a high-performance mascara that is also sustainable, producing less waste, and works really, really well. Sustainability is such a big place at my heart that when I see a sustainable product, I'm very interested in all the science behind it and how it works, but also making sure that it does work, because just because something's a sustainable product doesn't mean it's a good product. Now, I originally ordered this mascara back in June on pre-order, and it didn't arrive till a couple of weeks ago, but I've had a lot of fun with it and I've been testing it out ever since. It's a really unique formula where it comes in tablets and liquid and you actually mix it together to create the perfect blend for you. Sustainability and manufacturing aside, this mascara is an incredible performance mascara. It's tubing, it's vegan, it's non-GMO, it's everything a health-conscious girl would want in a mascara, but it also works. One of the big draws is that it's smudge proof. I'm wearing it right now and this mascara lasts through any workout all day. It dries down incredibly quickly and it locks onto your lashes. It's not moving anywhere no matter how much you sweat. If you have other makeup on your face, that might move. This mascara, it's not going anywhere. It is tubing and it does come off pretty well in the shower, but when I've just been scrubbing it off by myself, it has been a little bit more difficult, but honestly, that's a trade-off I'm willing to take. Now, this does run a bit on the pricier side because you get the tube and the formula, and then when you reorder, you just get refills. So it might even out in the end, and because it's a pretty solid formula, I could see myself definitely reordering refills in the future. But I really hope the startup takes off because it's a really good product in both action and behind the scenes. Our second cosmetic product is actually a nail strengthener, which I don't know about you guys, but having my nails done always makes me feel a little bit more put together. And when I haven't been to the salon or have a hard shell on my nails to protect them, this is what I use in between. This is Nail Aid. I had the horrible habit of biting my nails, resulting in really weak and brittle nails as an adult. This Nail Aid has absolutely saved me at the gym as I'm running around touching a bunch of different things, picking up, putting down weights, setting up materials for class, doesn't really matter. I'm pretty rough on my hands. I started using this last year and within 3 days of using it, I saw visible growth. This is not an ad at all. I just truly really love this stuff. You can find some version of this in most grocery stores. I've tried a couple different ones. This is still my favorite. This is from Amazon and I'll put the link below. My final and last product that I liked this year is a pair of leggings that I found on Amazon. Don't get me wrong, I love the high-end brands, but I'm just not at a place where I can really afford to have all high-end workout gear. But I'm someone who will hunt and research for hours to find the perfect combination between a price point and quality. So I happened to come across these leggings on Amazon. They're called Odus, O-D-O-D-S is how you spell it. Depending on the color, they're anywhere from $19 to $25. And these leggings are so stunning. They're so beautiful. And they're the perfect amount of tight, but they will make you lose your butt. So if you're looking to show off some juicy cheeks in the gym, these might not be the best leggings for that, but they are an incredible performance legging. Now, I've never tried Vuori myself. However, the comments said that these were a dupe for Vuori and people couldn't tell the difference. So if you are a Vuori fan, this might be a cheaper alternative for you. I'm not saying they're the same thing. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I've seen. The reason they're a Vuori dupe is because they run a bit slimmer, similar to the way Vuori does. Now, as someone who has a little bit more curves, I was actually kind of taken aback the first time I put these on because they didn't feel normal to me. Upon washing and wearing, they've loosened up from the factory a little bit and conformed to my body. They make me look so snatched, and the drawstring on these adds a little bit of a detail that just elevates your gym look a little bit more. I will definitely be buying more of these. I bought a sports bra from them too, and that was also really great. It wasn't quite as good as the Walmart ones to make this video, but I did really like those two. Like I said at the top, there were only 2 things I bought that I was disappointed with this year. There were a lot of things that fell in between it that didn't make the cut on either end that are just good kind of like daily things. They didn't necessarily shine, but they didn't let me down either. Now, I'm pretty picky when it comes to fragrances. I don't like things that are too sweet, and I definitely lean towards more of a masculine scent. But sometimes I just want something a little bit fresh. I love a good sage perfume. I love a good tomato-based perfume. And I'd been crushing on the Demeter tomato perfume for a long time. So I got it as a way to smell fresh, but not overpowering during workouts or teaching, because a perfume that's too strong is honestly no better than BO. Now, this specific bottle is labeled as a pick-me-up cologne spray, and I do agree with that. It's not a perfume. The longevity does not last at all. And that's why I'm disappointed in this. This smells exactly like when you walk past a tomato plant and you get a fresh whiff of the greenery and the vine, and it smells like summer. And I wanted this to be my summer scent so badly, but it dissipates so quickly that I almost never spray it, because what's the point if it's just going to disappear? Now, recently, I have been keeping this in my gym bag as a quick pick-me-up in between classes, but like I said, it doesn't last at all, and I am now on the hunt for a body spray or something that is fresh and graceful and not overpowering. This smells so good, though. The last and final item I was disappointed in this year probably doesn't have to do with the item, but it really has to do with how it fit me and how it looked on me. Sticking with a theme here, these shorts are also from Free People. Now, I don't remember what they're called, but they're mesh shorts with a lace detail on the edge, and I loved them so much. They came in this neon green, a blue, a pink, and a red, I think, and I loved this yellow and the blue, but they were sold out of the blue. So I thought, I'd get the yellow instead. The problem is, I look horrible in neon colors, like disturbingly washed out, and I knew this, because part of the point of these shorts is you wear them over bike shorts. And I thought, what a cute little spunky way to brighten up my teaching outfits for fun. I have never worn these to teach a class because I look like an overgrown toddler in them. The only use I got out of these this summer was wearing them as a beach cover-up. Now, I did get these on sale. I didn't pay full price for them, so I can't be too mad about it. But I wanted to like them so much more than I do. The shape of these shorts flares out quite a bit, and I think because of the natural curvature of my body, it just does not look good. But the same friend who didn't look good in the champ pants looks really great in these. So if you have more of a square shaped body, these might be it for you. They're just not for me. I'm still struggling to style these in a way that doesn't make me look like a child in bloomers, but I'm determined to make it work. So if you see me put out a dance fitness video and I'm wearing these, you were here first. You know the struggle. Overall though, quality's great, waistband superb, no construction, no quality issues whatsoever. Overall, just not the right fit for my body. All this being said, that's been my lineup that's made time in the studio a little bit easier, a little bit smoother, a little bit fresher this year. None of this is about having the perfect setup, but it's about having things that work for you and finding small upgrades that support the way you move, the way you teach, so you can show up better for yourself and others. If you have your own ride or die gym essentials, drop them in the comments, because I absolutely love seeing what other instructors swear by. And if any of these have helped you with your routine, drop it in the comments, let me know too. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next one.